Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Newport News, Virginia, home of the Apprentice School Builders. We are located in the Apprentice School Athletic Center right here on the campus of the Apprentice School on the campus of Newport News Shipbuilding. Once again, good afternoon, everyone. Howard McCain here to bring you the play-by-play action as it happens. Dave Davenport will serve as our engineer producer, where this afternoon the Bison of Gallaudet University out of Washington, D.C. will be taking on your Apprentice School Builders. Right now, both lineups are currently being announced, and we will be getting underway very, very soon. So what do we have today between these two teams? Well, we have the Bison that are coming in this afternoon with their coach, Kevin Kovacs. He's in his 8th season at the helm of the Bison. They come in with an overall record this afternoon of 1-12. So don't let that record deceive you. This is a very grind you out in the half court type of basketball team. Very, very different than what the Builders played on last night when they played Blue Lights College, where it was more of an up and down transition kind of basketball game. So this was going to be slowed down with Coach Kovacs and his Bison. On the other side of the court, Evan Key comes in with an overall record of 10-3. The Builders are on a 5-game winning streak right now, and they are currently undefeated at home in this gymnasium. So it'll be nice to see if we can keep those winning ways going, and the Builders can earn their 11th victory of the season. Now, right now, both of these teams have a common opponent, Longwood University. The Builders played them earlier this season. They were defeated by a score of 95-46, while Longwood also played Gallaudet University. They fell to Longwood by a score of 92-61. So these teams do have a common opponent. Right now, Builders have a bit of a target on their back. Why? They are the number 1 ranked team in the USCAA men's basketball standings. So people will be gunning for this basketball team as we move forward into this season. So both starting lineups have been announced, and we will be jumping things off in just a moment. Now, something very unique to know about the Bison as we get ready to tip this basketball off. Now, this is a college or a university. First of all, it was founded way back in 1864, so it's been around for a very long time. There's about 159 years, but what is very unique about this school is for the deaf and hard of hearing. So we will see Coach Kovacs from time to time give instructions to his guys, of course, via sign language. So that is going to be a little bit different this evening as these teams get ready to tip things off. So right now, both players are at the center court logo. The final instructions for Coach Kovacs and his basketball team have been given, and we're about to tip things off here at the Apprentice School Athletic Center. Ball is tipped, and it is won by the Bison. So the Bison will start their offensive set with Bruce Brewer, Rory Lewis, Brandon Chung, Enau Otto Jr., and Blessed M. I'm sorry, I looked away from my stat sheet there. Blessed Mbogo, who will keep our eye on why he is their leading scorer, and he was their conference offensive and defensive player of the week. He averages about 18.5 points per game as the Builders. First shot up and good, Adrian Wall. So the Builders get the scoring started, 2-0. Adrian Wall will be joined on the floor by Kelby Sanders. Isaiah Jones, Donovan Means, and Kyrie Smith will round out our starting 5 for the home Builders. Bison's second possession. Here's Lewis. Shot clock just now under 10. Lewis's pass is intercepted. Smith able to control the loose ball, gets it ahead to Wall, but Wall is fouled on the shot. So that first call is going to go against Enau Otto Jr. That'll be his first personal foul. That'll be the team's first. So that will send Adrian Wall to the free throw line to shoot 2. He was fouled in the act of shooting. Builders lead by a score of 2-0 over the Bison as Wall hits the first of 2. This is the first ever meeting between both of these schools. Again, Builders currently undefeated at home as the second of two by Adrian Wall is up and good. Builders now with a 4-0 lead. So again, the Bison aren't much of a running team. Nothing like we saw last night when the Builders took on Blue Lights College, almost a steal there. Loose ball got away from the Bison. Rory Lewis, so that'll be a turnover. So that's turnover number 2 now for the Bison. So this would be a different style of game than what we had last night with Blue Lights College. It was up and down, up and down, up and down. But this is going to be more of a grind you out in the half court type of basketball game as the loose ball is tied up on the floor. The loose ball is going to go over to the Builders on the possession arrow. So the shot clock now at 18 for the Builders. They lead by a score of 4-0 early. Here's Smith, deep corner 3. Saunders tried to put it back, may have gotten hit in the face as he'll slowly make his way down court. Builders trap in the corner, and I believe we're going to get a foul call. So the Bison are bailed out thanks to an Adrian Wall foul, so that'll be Adrian Wall's first personal foul and the team's first. Bison get to score here. Just a shade under 2 minutes into the basketball game as the entry goes into Chung. Here's Brewer. 3-point shot underway and good by Blessed Mbogo. So again, Blessed Mbogo, probably their best shot at scoring, gets his first 3 of the afternoon, and the Builders' lead has been cut 4-3. Deep entry pass to Sanders. Surprised he was able to control that. Here's Sanders out of the corner for 3. Long rebound comes off to the Bison. Bison turned it over again. That's turnover number 3 right now for the Bison. As Smith, tough shot. Smith able to get the tough shot to go 6-3 now is the Builder advantage. And again with the Bison, keep in mind this is a school for the deaf and hard of hearing, so they take a lot of their cues from each other visually. So if guys have their backs turned and passes are coming, and like right there where Means was able to pick the pocket of Chung, if they don't necessarily see you coming, they won't know that you're there as a defender. Builders with their first substitution of the afternoon. Courage Harrell will make his way in. He'll give Isaiah Jones an opportunity to have a seat. So Kevin Kovacs, again, is coaching his guys to get their hands up. That long 3-point shot will hit the rim and go over the backboard. I will admit this is a very interesting basketball team to watch communicate with each other on the court. Here's Mbogo. He has it stripped. Mbogo thought he was fouled on the play. He was not. Dish inside to Smith. Spin move. Doesn't net anything as the outlet pass gets down to Mbogo. He's able to get his own miss, but unable to put it back. Builders hit Lewis across the arm. So that'll be foul call on Courage Harrell. That'll be his first personal foul in the team's second. 6-3 is our score. Entry pass comes into Chung. Here's Brewer. Shot clock at 15. Here's Chung. Tries to back down Kyrie Smith, and they're going to whistle Chung for the player control foul. So that'll be his first personal foul. And that'll be the team's second as we get a timeout. Media timeout, 16 minutes remaining in the first half of action here at the Apprentice School Athletic Center. Builders lead by a score of 6-3. We'll be back.
How much you earn has a lot to do with how much you learn. That's why Bayport Credit Union is again investing in your continued education. Through our Bayport Foundation, we're giving $100,000 in tuition assistance to area high school seniors, college students, and working adults attending a university, trade, or vocational school. Everyone deserves to be happy, healthy, and financially wise. Visit bayportcu.org to learn more.
I am Fatima Medina, and I work for HII, building the most powerful ships in the U.S. Navy. The digital technology I use is a generational change in the way that we build ships, making the construction of aircraft carriers more efficient. Plus, I get to work with veterans. Thanks to them, we all have our freedom, and we need to work hard to keep it. I am Fatima Medina, and I work for HII.
Welcome back. 6-3 is our score here at the Apprentice School Athletic Center as the Builders take on the Bison of Gallaudet University out of Washington, D.C. Again, this is the first ever meeting between these schools, and the Builders currently hold a 6-3 advantage. As Adrian Wall, the leading scorer for the Builders with 4 points, gets it inside to Kyrie Smith on the alley-oop. Kyrie Smith unable to control it and get it into the basket, but the loose ball is going to be last touched by the Bison. So the basketball will stay on this end of the court. 20 seconds on the shot clock for the Builders, plenty of time as the Builders reverse the basketball. Here's Wall, his three up and good. So Adrian Wall with his 7th point of the afternoon, and the Builder lead now is 9-3. Bison having a tough time scoring. Now they're a team, they average about 82 points a game as that shot is blocked. Builders started the fast break, but they pull it back out. Wall, trip, and we're going to get a foul call. That foul call is going to be issued to Enal Otto Jr. That is his 2nd personal foul and the team's 3rd. So we'll see if Kovacs will make a substitution, and he is going to do just that. As Alex Antiferov will make his way into the basketball game. Entry pass stolen by Alex. Fast break opportunity for the Bison, but we're going to get a foul call. That foul is going to be issued on Courage Harrell. That is his 2nd personal foul and the team's 3rd, so we'll see how long he stays on the floor before Coach pulls him off. 14:50 left in the first half. Builders with a 9-3 lead. Builders have led throughout, took, of course, a 2-0 lead and have held the lead ever since. And that'll be the first point this afternoon for Gallaudet in quite some time. So they've experienced a bit of a scoring drought early on as that first of 2 goes down for Brandon Chung. He's a 6'4", 220-pound junior forward out of Hawaii. So he is a long way from home. Remember, this team hails out of Washington, D.C., so man, oh man, he probably covered 5,000 miles to get from Hawaii all the way to Washington. We have a stoppage in play. One of the clocks above the backboard has to be reset, so the officials are going to stop play and give us an opportunity to get things back on track. We are now. So one more shot upcoming for Brandon Chung. He also attended the Hawaii School for the Deaf and Blind. Second of two misses. Wall clears the rebound. Right now, Adrian Wall leads all scorers on the floor with 7. Here's Means. Clifton Good, who just recently checked into the basketball game, gives it off to Wall. We're now down under 10 seconds remaining in the shot clock. That long three is missed, but Clifton Good is going to be credited with the putback. It looked like Clifton was just trying to keep the basketball alive, and somehow he tipped it, and it went up and into the basket. So that's his first 2 of the basketball game. I doubt if he comes over to the scores table and asks that be changed. Builders nearly turned the Bison over. Once again, here's Brewer. Mbogo is harassed, able to get it into the corner for a 3-point opportunity. That's no good, but the Bison come away with a weak side rebound, and Mbogo is going to be fouled. So they'll credit Adrian Wall with his second personal foul, the team's 4th of the first half. So that will put Blessed, I wonder, is it pronounced Blessed or Blessed Mbogo? As the first one is missed, and that'll give Avon Hawkins and Xavier Hunter an opportunity to come into the contest. So one more free throw upcoming for Blessed Mbogo, and he has, I believe, he has all of the Bison points so far at 5. He had a 3-point shot earlier and just drained those 2 free throws for 5 points. So right now, one player on the Bison is scoring as the feed goes inside to Smith. The shot is up and good, and he is fouled. So the foul will be credited to, that will go on Alex Ansafarov. That'll be his first personal foul and the team's 4th. So that'll put Kyrie Smith at the line to try to complete the 3-point play the old-fashioned way. The and 1. 13:25 remaining in the first half. Free throw is up and in for Kyrie Smith. So for Smith, that is his 5th point of the afternoon, and the Builder lead now is back up to 9, 14-5. As Kyle Florio, newly into the basketball game for the visiting Bison. Here's Mbogo, feed along the baseline. Nice feed along the baseline to Chung, but Chung unable to finish the reverse layup underneath the basket. Builders back on the attack, shot blocked. Here's Mbogo. Oh, Mbogo slipped on the court, and that turned into a fast break opportunity and an easy layup for Adrian Wall on the other end. So I don't know if there's a slick spot right there. Thankfully, Mbogo is okay. Builder lead now 16-5 as we get another loose ball opportunity. Here's Mbogo. Mbogo with the give to Ansafarov, but is blocked out of bounds by Good. Nice defensive effort by Clifton Good. Clifton Good is giving up a little bit of height to Ansafarov. Clifton Good at 6'6". Ansafarov, now it says he's 6'5", but man, he is if that's the case, he is a very tall or very short 6'5". That long 3-point shot by Rory Lewis is good. And now the Builder lead is 8, 16-8. Adrian Wall works against this man-to-man, I believe it's a man-to-man or a matchup zone. Looks like more of a matchup zone, and it causes a turnover by the Builders. Lewis, who just drained that three just a moment ago. Here's Mbogo. Mbogo works against Kyrie Smith, has his shot blocked by Smith. Mbogo back into the lane again, has it tipped away, and the basketball will stay on this end. So we have a stoppage in play. There will be a timeout, a media timeout. Builders lead 16-8 over the Bison of Gallaudet University. We'll step away, and we'll be back.
How much you earn has a lot to do with how much you learn. That's why Bayport Credit Union is again investing in your continued education. Through our Bayport Foundation, we're giving $100,000 in tuition assistance to area high school seniors, college students, and working adults attending a university, trade, or vocational school. Everyone deserves to be happy, healthy, and financially wise. Visit bayportcu.org to learn more.
I am Fatima Medina, and I work for HII, building the most powerful ships in the U.S. Navy. The digital technology I use is a generational change in the way that we build ships, making the construction of aircraft carriers more efficient. Plus, I get to work with veterans. Thanks to them, we all have our freedom, and we need to work hard to keep it. I am Fatima Medina, and I work for HII.
(16-8) is our score. Builders lead by 8. Builders have led throughout. Again, Builders took a 2-0 lead and have not looked back since. Adrian Wall is the leading scorer for the Builders, but he's currently on the bench. He has 2 fouls in the basketball game, so we probably may not see him for another couple of minutes. But before we went away to that media timeout, the basketball was knocked out of bounds by Good. So the Bison back on the attack. Builders forced the turnover with Smith. Smith, easy layup all the way on the other offensive end, and the Builders have extended their lead now to the largest of the afternoon, 10. As we have new substitutions into the game, Kyle Florio is joined on the floor by, I believe that's Samer Sawan. And that shot by Sawan misses everything, but I think the Builders may have stepped out of bounds, and they did. So the Builders turn it over. They step on the baseline. We saw that happen a couple of times last night for both teams. The Blue Lights College and the Builders both did the same thing, where court awareness wasn't quite there and guys got ready to take off, and their back foot hit the out-of-bounds line, and they turned it over as Mbogo misses from 3. Scrum on the floor, Xavier Hunter out with it. Here's Smith. Smith is fouled. So that foul will be charged to Kyle Florio. That'll be his first and the team's 5th. So Hawkins was fouled in the act of shooting, so he will go to the free throw line to try to add to the largest lead of the afternoon for the Builders, 10. Of course, there have been no lead changes, no ties in the basketball game as the first of 2 for Avon Hawkins goes down. Builders come back with Kelby Saunders. And the Bison have Malosi Viena will make his way into the ball game. And the second of 2 is good.
Good. Good job, Buck.
As you can hear, Coach Evan Key agrees with me as well.
We're smoke now. Rotate out.
Builders turn up the defensive pressure in the backcourt. Florio with the basketball. Shot clock now at 15. Florio being harassed by Means. Builders kind of turning up the defensive intensity just a bit as the shot clock now is at 5. Shot attempt is no good by Vina. But Vina is fouled underneath the basket by Xavier Hunter. So for Xavier Hunter, that'll be his first personal foul in the team's. That'll be the team's 5th. So that'll send Malosi Vina to the free throw line, the 6'1", 185-pound junior, also out of Hawaii. Misses the first. So that keeps the Builder lead at 12, 20-8. And the second of 2 goes down. You know, I looked at the team averages incorrectly. Now, when I said that the Bison normally score about 82 points a game, that's actually the Builders that score about 82 points a game. The Bison score or averaging about 58 points a game, as that loose ball causes a turnover and an easy layup on the other end by Kyle Florio. So ball security issues on that last possession by the Builders. Builders lead is now 9, 20-11. Here's Hunter. His first shot of the afternoon is a 3. That is straight money. So 23-11, Builders have built their lead back up to 12. Florio, guarded by Hunter. Bison able to work it around for a three-point shot, and Bogo comes away with the rebound and the loose ball. Gets it inside. Shot blocked by Saunders. Builders will make a substitution along with the Bison as Isaiah Jones will make his way into the ball game. Brandon Chung back onto the floor, and I believe we're going to get a timeout. Timeout taken by Kevin Kovacs and the Bison. I believe that's going to be a 30-second timeout, so we'll stay here as the Builders have their largest lead or have matched their largest lead of the basketball game at 12, 23-11. With 9:17 remaining in the basketball game. Again, Adrian Wall still leads all scorers, and we haven't seen him in a while, right? He got that second foul, and Coach pulled him, and we have not seen him in a while, which we pretty much anticipated would be the case. Right now, the Bison aren't shooting the ball particularly well. Right now, they're shooting less than 20% in this contest. Their leading scorer right now, I believe, is Blessed and Bogo, but he only has 4. Behind him is Rory Lewis, who hit where his points were a lone three-point shot. They've turned the ball over 6 times so far in the basketball game. Builders have only turned it over twice. As far as points in the paint, Builders 4, Bison nothing. Bison are able to successfully inbound it to Chung. Here's Florio. Almost an errant pass by the Bison. Rebound came off to the Bison, but the shot was blocked by Jones. Right now, Builders with 4 blocks, make it 5. Builders with 2 turnovers, now make it 3. Florio to Sawan. That three-point shot comes off to the Bison. Kick in the corner to Sawan. He misses as well. Bison doing a good job on the offensive boards as they get 2 consecutive offensive boards, but unable to do much of anything with it as far as scoring the basketball. But Hawkins comes down to the other end and shows them how it's done. He drains a 3. Builders are now 2 of 6 from three-point land. And the Builder lead is now 15. Their largest lead of the afternoon was 12, but now 15 is their largest lead as there's a foul. That foul is going to be whistled on Donovan Means. That'll be his first personal foul in the team's 6th, as Brewer and Lewis will make their way back onto the floor for the Bison. So again, Gallaudet University is located in Washington, D.C., been in existence for about 159 years. Their average student size is somewhere around about 1,500. As that ball is poked out of bounds, it will stay on this end of the court. And we're going to get a timeout. This will be a media timeout. 26-11 is the score. Builders over the Bison. Tell you what, let's step away, and you know what? We will be back.
How much you earn has a lot to do with how much you learn. That's why Bayport Credit Union is again investing in your continued education. Through our Bayport Foundation, we're giving $100,000 in tuition assistance to area high school seniors, college students, and working adults attending a university, trade, or vocational school. Everyone deserves to be happy, healthy, and financially wise. Visit bayportcu.org to learn more.
I am Fatima Medina, and I work for HII, building the most powerful ships in the U.S. Navy. The digital technology I use is a generational change in the way that we build ships, making the construction of aircraft carriers more efficient. Plus, I get to work with veterans. Thanks to them, we all have our freedom, and we need to work hard to keep it. I am Fatima Medina, and I work for HII.
11 is the score here at the Apprentice School Athletic Center. So glad you have joined us. Builders trying to extend their current 5-game winning streak to 6. They currently are up on the Bison by 15. A little over midway through the first half here at the Apprentice School Athletic Center. Builders playing back-to-back games. They defeated Blue Lights College last night by a score of 94-89. Contrast of styles between last night's game and this afternoon's contest, where last night, man, it was a torrid pace. It was up and down the court last night. But this one has been a little bit, low scoring, grinded out in the half court, as we knew would be the case, as Brewer able to execute the out of timeout play for the Bison perfectly, able to get an easy shot at the rim as the Builders offensively unable to convert. Back come the Bison. Here's Brewer. 7.5 minutes remaining in the first half. Mbogo turns it over. Mbogo actually pushed Means, but the officials didn't see it, so I believe that's going to go over to the Bison, if I'm not mistaken, and it will. Bit of a forearm shiver committed by Mbogo on Donovan Means, but the officials did not call it. So that's going to be a turnover for the Builders. That will be their 6th turnover of the first half. Coach Kovacs is way outside of the coaching box. Here's Mbogo. They're going to call a foul underneath, a loose ball foul. Then they call it on Isaiah Jones. So for Isaiah, that'll be his first personal foul, the team's 7th. So that now puts the Bison into the bonus for the rest of the half. So that'll put Blessed Mbogo at the line. I believe that is his 5th point of the afternoon. I think I said earlier he had 5. He had 4. I apologize. So he has picked up his 5th point of the afternoon. Again, he's averaging about 18.5 points per game. Misses the second of 2. Adrian Walt with the outlet to Saunders. Let's get past. Deep corner to Hawkins. Hawkins actually hit the side of the backboard on that attempt. Here's Brewer. Sawan. He's 0 for right now from the three-point arc. They only shoot about 32. Nope, they only shoot about 28% from 3, but that hasn't stopped them from hoisting them up. As we get a stoppage in play, someone kicked the basketball for the Builders. So the shot clock is already at 23. It won't reset. Montrell Jackson will make his way in. Bison are currently 2 for 10 from three. They're shooting 20%. Again, they average 28% on the season. Converting from three is Brewer. Under 10 now on the shot clock. Is a long way away from the basket. Here's Sawan. Brewer, pocket pick by Means. Means off and running. Means all the way to the front of the rim for the easy layup. And the Builder lead now is 14. They've been up by as many as 15 in the ball game. 28-14. Shade under 6 minutes remaining. And Bogo trying to get himself going. Guarded well by Saunders. That shot at the rim, no good. Here's Wall. Been quiet, hasn't been on the floor. Kick to Saunders. Nice ball fake by Saunders, unable to convert the jumper. Loose ball underneath the basket. Sawan comes away with it. Skip pass to Lewis, corner, and Bogo for three. Beautiful ball movement on that possession by the Bison to find the open man in the deep corner in Bogo. And Mbogo now has 8 points in the contest. That pulls them within 11. But the Builders build their lead right back up as Montrell Jackson drains from the coffin corner. His first points of the afternoon, his first 3 of the contest as well. And the Builder lead is back up to 14. Here's Brewer. Brewer takes on the entire Builder basketball team and scores, but they are slow to get back on defense, and that turns into a dunk on the other end for Donovan Means. And for Donovan Means, that is his second basket of the afternoon. Consecutive baskets now by Means, and the Builder lead is back up to 14. Shot clock now at 10. As Sawan is still 0-4 from the three-point arc. Feed inside. It's taken away by Lewis. Lewis from coast to coast, and the reach-in foul is going to be called on the Builders. So that call is going to go on Means. Going to be a second timeout. That'll be a media timeout, the 4-minute timeout. So we'll step away. 33-19 Builders over the Bison.
How much you earn has a lot to do with how much you learn. That's why Bayport Credit Union is again investing in your continued education. Through our Bayport Foundation, we're giving $100,000 in tuition assistance to area high school seniors, college students, and working adults attending a university, trade, or vocational school. Everyone deserves to be happy, healthy, and financially wise. Visit bayportcu.org to learn more.
I am Fatima Medina, and I work for HII, building the most powerful ships in the U.S. Navy. The digital technology I use is a generational change in the way that we build ships, making the construction of aircraft carriers more efficient. Plus, I get to work with veterans. Thanks to them, we all have our freedom, and we need to work hard to keep it. I am Fatima Medina, and I work for HII.
3:45 remaining in the first half here at the Apprentice School Athletic Center in Newport News, Virginia. If you are just joining us, Builders are taking on the Bison of Gallaudet University out of Washington, D.C. Very unique thing about Gallaudet University, originally founded for the education of the deaf and hard of hearing. So right now it is the only higher education institution where services are designed to accommodate the deaf and hard of hearing. So that's actually pretty cool, as we've watched Kevin Kovacs, their head coach, communicate with his basketball team to give instruction it's really been a sight to see. I've never seen that before in all the years I've watched basketball, and I think it's really, really cool that everybody makes sure that they immediately turn to their coach to get their instructions from Coach Kovacs. So again, Coach Kovacs in his 8th season at the helm of the Bison, as the second of 2 by Rory Lewis is up and good. Again, their record, well, you know, as Bill Parcells so famously said, your record says who you are, and right now the Bison are 1-12, but it goes so much deeper than that. I mean, a gallant effort being put on by this team. Again, they've played a lot of the same competition, some of the same competition that the Builders have played. So they're not allowing that to be a hindrance to who they play on the court, as they've actually played tough basketball this afternoon, as that shot is up and good by Melosi Vania. So we're just under 3 now, as the Bison have cut the Builder lead to 10, 33-23. Xavier Hunter and Adrian Wall working around the horn. Shot clock now at 10. Jackson turns it over. That is the Builders' 8th turnover of the half, as Brewer works it and gets it to Mbogo, who drains the long 3. Mbogo now with 11, and the Builder lead now is down to 7. Kyrie Smith able to gather the miss from Xavier Hunter and able to put it back, and that pushes the Builder lead up to 9. But the Bison aren't going away. 2:12 remaining in the first half, as Coach Evan Key takes a timeout. So that's going to be a full timeout taken by Coach Evan Key. I'm sorry, it's a 30-second timeout taken by Coach Evan Key. You know what? I didn't even give you the officials for this afternoon's game. Kendall Ridley, Gabe Hall, and Garrett Jones. I want to make sure, just in case their family is listening, that they know that their folks right here calling a pretty good game. 13 total fouls called in the game, so they've been somewhat busy. 2:12 remaining. Builders by 9 right now. Builders have led by as many as 15 in the basketball game. Again, Builders have not trailed at all, looking to extend their current 5-game winning streak and their undefeated winning streak at home right now. Builders are 7-0 here at the Apprentice School Athletic Center. Bison get their last instructions from Coach Kovacs. Builders have their instructions from Coach Evan Key. Here's Mbogo. Right now, Mbogo with 11 in the game, tried to get it into the corner to Brewer, but it was poked out of bounds by the Builders. So, of course, the basketball is going to stay on this end of the court. Coach Kovacs attempts to get the attention of his players. Brewer had it slapped away by Hunter. So the defensive intensity on this end of the court, pretty high right now for the Builders. The Bison inbound it to Brewer. Shot clock just dipped under 20 seconds. Brewer, once again, a long way away from the basket. Gives it off to Mbogo. Baseline drive, shot up and good by Otto. So Enal Otto Jr. now with, I believe those are his first points of the afternoon. 35-28 now. Builders lead by 7. As we're just about a minute and a half away from halftime here, as that miss by Xavier Hunter is tapped around and controlled by the Bison. Brewer with the ball, being guarded by Hunter. Shot clock now at 10. Here's Lewis, guarded by Wall. Remember, Wall has 2 personal fouls. Lewis, his three-point attempt hits the back of the rim. Builders on the offensive end with the feed down low to Wall, and his shot is up and good. So Adrian Wall now with his 11th point, I believe, of the contest. Yep. We're now under a minute remaining in the first half. Builders with a 9-point lead. Here's Vania working against Jackson. And Jackson is going to be whistled with the foul with 25.4 seconds remaining in the first half. Montrell Jackson is going to pick up his first personal foul. That'll be the team's 8th. So that'll send Malosi Vania to the free throw line. Vania right now with only 1 point in the contest. Nope, he has 3. I'm sorry. Make it 4. So that cuts the Builder lead to 8. And that is where the Builder lead will remain. Shot clock is off. Jackson with a kick to the corner to Hunter. Builders can hold for the final shot, so Adrian Wall backs it out as the Builders look to run out the time here on the clock. There's Wall with 5. Wall to the basket. Layup off the glass is good. 2-1, and that will be the end of the first half here at the Apprentice School Athletic Center. Builders will take a 10-point lead into the halftime locker room over the Bison of Gallaudet University. And tell you what, we are going to step away as they do as well to refresh ourselves. And folks, we'll be back with second half action and first half stats here at the Apprentice School Athletic Center. Again, your score at the half, 39-29 Builders over the Bison. We'll be back.
The thing that sets Whirlies apart is that our people here truly care. They're here because they love their jobs and they want to learn more.
What I like about Whirlies is the people, the team I work with every day.
My favorite thing about working at Whirlies is that it's more like a family. I mean, it is work, but it's not.
They actually treat me like a person and not a number. And this is the first company where I really feel like I belong.
Here at Whirlies, it's a great atmosphere. They really care about the customers, really care about the employees. We do whatever we got to do to make the job right.
Like the team, everybody's a team player. All about doing the right thing for the customer, taking pride in your work. It's just overall a great company to work for.
You know, we really do have an awesome set of guys. It's kind of cool. We got a great team. We have fun together, from my plumbers to my air conditioning guys to my crawl space guys. Everybody works together as a team. They're just phenomenal.
We have training programs. We like it when people come in, they don't really know what they want to do, and we're able to help them find a trade and do things such as like a paid-for apprenticeship programs for HVAC, plumbing, electrical. We've sent people as far as Texas to also doing them here locally. We just truly like to see our people grow and succeed and get to the next step of their career. We want people here who truly aspire to be the best in their fields.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Apprentice School Athletic Center. We are really close to starting the second half of action here as the Bison of Gallaudet University out of Washington, D.C. are taking on your Apprentice School Builders. And right now the Builders at halftime have a 39-29 lead over the Bison. Builders have led by as many as 15 in this basketball game. That has been their largest lead. Bison have not led at all in this game. Again, the Builders made the first shot of the basketball game and have not looked back. And again, they are leading and have been leading the entire afternoon. Builders come into this basketball game on the heels of a 5-game winning streak, looking to push that to 6. Right now, Builders currently are undefeated here at the Apprentice School Athletic Center. So the Builders look to continue their winning ways here at home as we look at some of the first half stats prior to the beginning of the second half of action. For the visiting Bison, Blessed Mbago is the leading scorer for the Bison. He has 11 points. He has 5 rebounds in the basketball game. Right now for the Builders, the leading scorer is still Adrian Wall. He has 13 points in the basketball game. He has 3 rebounds. Builders have turned the ball over 8 times, while the Bison have turned the ball over 9. First half shooting for the Bison were 28%. They were 26% from from the three-point line, 4-15, and from the free throw line, they were 58%. They hit 7 of 12 free throws. For the Builders, first half shooting 50%, right around league average from 3. They were 33%. And listen, the Builders did not miss a single free throw in the first half. Now, my engineer producer asked me not to mention that. Why? You know the jinx. Normally when you say something about how well the team is shooting free throws, the moment you mention it, they go to the free throw line and get ice cold. But in the first half, Builders were 5 of 5 from the free throw line at 100%. Points in the paint, Builders 16-6 over the visiting Bison. So we are about ready to start the second half of action. We're so glad you could join us, so glad you came back to finish what you started if you were here at the tip. So again, if you are just joining us, Gallaudet University is a school that is for the deaf and hard of hearing. So Coach Kevin Kovacs, who is in his 8th season at the helm for the Bison, of course, all of his communication with his team is via sign language. So they definitely have to make sure that they get their eyes over to the sideline to find out exactly what their coach's instructions are, not only between plays, but during plays as well. So it's been a very, very interesting basketball team to watch as the Bison are first out on offense here in the second half. Here's Brewer. Brewer finds a lane, gets to the basket, but unable to finish, and back come the Builders with Donovan Means, who finished up the first half. Donovan Means had 4 points as the feed inside goes into Jones, and Jones adds to his point total. So for Jones, that is, that is going to be Jones's. Now the stat sheet said that he has not scored, but I don't think that is accurate. Actually, that is accurate. That is his first basket of the game, as that shot up, it is good, but a traveling call is going to be issued on Enow Otto Jr. So wave off the basket. 41-29 is our score. Feed inside. No doing, but it is back inside now with Jones. Here's Wall. His 3 no good, and I think we're going to get a foul. I think that's going to be on Jones. So that foul is on Jones. And for Jones, that is his first personal foul, the team's first of the second half. Here's Lewis. Lewis finished up the first half with 5 points. Builders in a man-to-man defense. Is that tough shot up? Second one blocked. I think they're going to get the Bison. I think they may have stepped out of bounds on the baseline. So that'll be their 10th turnover of the basketball game, and the Builders go back on offense, leading 41-29. Wall with a nice feed to Jones. Jones with the dunk attempt. And that's all it was as he was fouled. As we await the officials to tell us at the scores table who that foul call was on. And it was on Enal Otto Jr., which will be his 3rd personal foul. That'll be the team's first. So that will put Isaiah Jones at the line, the 6'9" sophomore out of Rocky Mount. Right now he has 1 bucket in the basketball game. He has 2 points and make it 2 still. As Alex Antiferov makes his way into the basketball game. Second of 2 by Wall is good. Builder lead back up to 13. Now the Bison have fought back and been able to get this lead down to as little as 7. But the Builders have done just enough to keep the Bison at bay as Antiferov tried to get inside, wasn't able to do so, had the basketball knocked away. So I believe the basketball will stay on this end of the court. Brewer will not be able to run the baseline, of course, on the inbound. Here's Brewer, feed inside. Bit of a give and go play. Doesn't yield a bucket. Chung missed. Back come the Builders with Wall. Shot clock at 20. Here's Means. Feed inside. Shot clock now on to 10. Wall tries to work the baseline. He gets cut off by the defense. Tough shot by Saunders as the shot clock was expiring. So that's really good defense by the Bison. And that elicits a huge round of applause from Kevin Kovacs for the Bison, their head coach. The Bison try to cut into this 13-point lead by the Builders. Right around 3 minutes have elapsed here in the second half as the feed inside gets poked away by the Builders. I believe that was last touched by Means. So we'll stay on this end as the Bison look to Kevin Kovacs to get their instructions via sign language. Lewis in the corner. Thought about trying to run the baseline, but Brewer throws it away. And it ends up in the hands of Kyrie Smith, and Smith does with it what he's supposed to do. He dunks it on the other end, and that pushes the Builder lead back up to its largest of the afternoon, matching the largest of the afternoon, 15, 44-29. Here's Brewer. Pushed. Mbago has his pocket picked by Means, who on the other end does the exact same thing Kyrie Smith does. Second dunk in a row, second breakaway dunk in the row by the Builders, and that quickly gets a timeout taken by Kevin Kovacs and the Bison as they find themselves down by their largest deficit of the afternoon, 17 points, 46-29. As tell you what, let's step away. We'll take a break. We'll be back.
How much you earn has a lot to do with how much you learn. That's why Bayport Credit Union is again investing in your continued education. Through our Bayport Foundation, we're giving $100,000 in tuition assistance to area high school seniors, college students, and working adults attending a university, trade, or vocational school. Everyone deserves to be happy, healthy, and financially wise. Visit bayportcu.org to learn more.
I am Fatima Medina, and I work for HII, building the most powerful ships in the U.S. Navy. The digital technology I use is a generational change in the way that we build ships, making the construction of aircraft carriers more efficient. Plus, I get to work with veterans. Thanks to them, we all have our freedom and we need to work hard to keep it. I am Fatima Medina and I work for HII.
16-19 remaining in the basketball game. Builders up by 17 in the basketball game. My goodness. I was only trying to find out from the clock operator what's for dinner, and I got this huge trivialized answer that was just completely unnecessary. But we'll talk about it a little bit more in the next media timeout. My goodness. Brewer back on the attack for the Builders. Builders in a bit of an aggressive, this is an aggressive man-to-man defense right now. We're going to get a foul call, I think, or a 3-second lane violation. Nope, it's going to be a foul. So that's going to be on Isaiah Jones. So that'll be Isaiah's third and the team's second. So again, just an aggressive man-to-man defense being put on right now by the Builders. That corner three, no good. Kyrie Smith with the outlet. Lost control of it, threw it up at the basket. Isaiah Smith with a couple of opportunities to put it back, and that time he's successful on the tip back. So the Builder lead now is 19. Remember, the Builders went into the halftime locker room with a 10-point lead. They've now ballooned that out to 19 as Mbogo misses. Loose ball controlled by the Bison. Mbogo once again misses, but he is fouled. Now, if that is on Isaiah Jones, that will be Isaiah Jones' fourth personal foul, as we are going to get a timeout. Timeout taken. I think this is a media timeout. So we will step away. 48-29 Builders over the Bison.
How much you earn has a lot to do with how much you learn. That's why Bayport Credit Union is again investing in your continued education. Through our Bayport Foundation, we're giving $100,000 in tuition assistance to area high school seniors, college students, and working adults attending a university, trade, or vocational school. Everyone deserves to be happy, healthy, and financially wise. Visit bayportcu.org to learn more.
I am Fatima Medina and I work for HII, building the most powerful ships in the U.S. Navy. The digital technology I use is a generational change in the way that we build ships, making the construction of aircraft carriers more efficient. Plus, I get to work with veterans. Thanks to them, we all have our freedom and we need to work hard to keep it. I am Fatima Medina and I work for HII.
Okay, sorry about that. We're back. All right, I got some clarity on this this dinner that is in the crock pot cooking. To keep your mouth from watering at home, I won't share it, but I do now have some clarity as to what is going to be for dinner this evening in the Smalls household. How about that? 48-29 is the score. Bison trail the Builders by a lot right now. So Blessed Mbogo, who again is the leading scorer coming into this afternoon's contest for the Bison at 18.5 per game. Right now he has 11, and that is where it will stay. So again, this is a team that really only averages about 58 points a game. And right now they are slightly off that average. As we continue to move forward in this basketball game, that miss leads to a fast break opportunity where Clifton Good is able to put it up and in for two. So the Builder lead now is 21. in this contest as the Builders are starting to pull away. Lewis drains a contested three from the top of the arc. Builders with a long outlet control by Courage. Here's Wall. Wall, three, no good. Loose ball tapped around and controlled by Brewer.
Gotta rotate, lefty. Shooter.
Nice ball reversal that time by the Bison, but Lewis's three comes up naught. Smith. His last shot attempt, a dunk off of a fast break opportunity. Clifton Good able to convert once again underneath. So Good comes in off the bench and quickly pours in 4 points of his own, and that pushes the Builder lead back up to 20. Builders were ahead by 21. That shot off the glass, no good. Loose ball controlled by the Builders. Here's Wall. Wall, dish to the corner to Courage. Courage decides to pull it down, drive to the basket. His shot no good. But the put back by Wall is there. So 54-32, Builders now with a 22-point lead. As the Bison had a point-blank range layup opportunity there by Vania, he's unable to put the ball into the bucket. Here's Wall, baseline drive, off the glass, up and good. So the Builder lead now is 24 as we get a timeout. Timeout being taken by Kevin Kovacs and his Bison as Kevin Kovacs sees a 10-point deficit by his basketball team has quickly ballooned out of control into a 24-point deficit, 54-32. We're going to take a full timeout. We're going to step away, and we will return in a moment.
How much you earn has a lot to do with how much you learn. That's why Bayport Credit Union is again investing in your continued education. Through our Bayport Foundation, we're giving $100,000 in tuition assistance to area high school seniors, college students, and working adults attending a university, trade, or vocational school. Everyone deserves to be happy, healthy, and financially wise. Visit bayportcu.org to learn more.
I am Fatima Medina, and I work for HII, building the most powerful ships in the U.S. Navy. The digital technology I use is a generational change in the way that we build ships, making the construction of aircraft carriers more efficient. Plus, I get to work with veterans. Thanks to them, we all have our freedom, and we need to work hard to keep it. I am Fatima Medina, and I work for HII.
13-14 remaining in the basketball game. Builders with their largest lead of the afternoon, 24 points. Now, folks, answer me this. Is this too much? Okay, you take some King's Hawaiian rolls, right? And in a bowl, you mix butter, salt, Parmesan cheese, parsley, and garlic together, and you brush that over the King's Hawaiian and put those in the oven and bake those. Is that too much, folks? Please send that email to Dave Davenport at I'm just trying to help the clock operator out here with dinner. Oh, well, we're back. Basketball. Yeah, that's what we're talking about, basketball, as the Bison reverse the basketball to Mbogo again. Once again, Builders, their defensive pressure here in the second half has just been phenomenal, and that has forced the Bison into a lot of bad shots, which has led to not only bad shots, those have led to fast break opportunities, and the Builders have done a great job of converting those into points, and that's how you see a 10-point lead balloon into a 24-point lead as Sawan, I believe there was going to be a reach-in foul on the Builders on the baseline. It will be. And that will be on Courage Harrell. That'll be his third and the team's fourth of the second half. That may be a turnover, and it is. Here's Means ahead to Kyrie, who tries to get it to Harrell. He's unable to control it. It goes out of bounds. I believe it was last touched by the Builders, I think. I didn't see where the official pointed. I was blocked. Xavier Hunter into the basketball game. So it was last touched by the Builders. Sawan being guarded by Means. A little over 12 left in the basketball game. Florio unable to control the pass, so we're going to get a tie-up on the floor. Nope, they're going to call a travel on Xavier Hunter. So the basketball will stay on this end of the court as we get a stoppage in play. We have a timeout. I believe that's a media timeout. 11:59 remaining in the first half of action here at the Apprentice School Athletic Center. Builders with a 24-point lead.
How much you earn has a lot to do with how much you learn. That's why Bayport Credit Union is again investing in your continued education. Through our Bayport Foundation, we're giving $100,000 in tuition assistance to area high school seniors, college students, and working adults attending a university, trade, or vocational school. Everyone deserves to be happy, healthy, and financially wise. Visit bayportcu.org to learn more.
I am Fatima Medina, and I work for HII, building the most powerful ships in the U.S. Navy. The digital technology I use is a generational change in the way that we build ships, making the construction of aircraft carriers more efficient. Plus, I get to work with veterans. Thanks to them, we all have our freedom, and we need to work hard to keep it. I am Fatima Medina, and I work for HII.
Adrian Wall, the leading scorer, not only for the Builders, but in the contest. He has 17 points. Kyrie Smith has poured in 13. Builders have turned the ball over 10 times in the basketball game. We still have just a shade under 12 minutes remaining, but, you know, from a coaching standpoint, that's about where you would want your total turnovers to either be at or below in a basketball game, and that's usually indicative of what the score is. But right now, the Builders are ahead of the turnover margin, +4. The basketball is staying on one side of the court, which makes defense so much easier for the Builders. As Brandon Chung gets his first basket of the afternoon. He now has 3. Builders' lead is now at 22. Harrell loses it. On the baseline, here's Chung. So Florio off the bench after the timeout, gets it over to Lewis. Lewis unable to find anything, feeds it down low to Chung. Nice entry as Chung gets the easy basket. So the Builder lead now down to 20. Shot clock now at 20. Hawkins. Builders try to get it inside to Good, but they turn it over. Here's Sawan, who finally hits from the deep corner, and the Bison are quickly on a 7-0 run, and trim the Builder lead now down to 17, 56-39 as Coach Evan Key calls a timeout. So that timeout taken by Coach Evan Key is going to be a full timeout. 10:46 remaining in the first half here at the Apprentice School Athletic Center. We're going to step away, and ladies and gentlemen, we will be back.
How much you earn has a lot to do with how much you learn. That's why Bayport Credit Union is again investing in your continued education. Through our Bayport Foundation, we're giving $100,000 in tuition assistance to area high school seniors, college students, and working adults attending a university, trade, or vocational school. Everyone deserves to be happy, healthy, and financially wise. Visit bayportcu.org to learn more.
I am Fatima Medina, and I work for HII, building the most powerful ships in the U.S. Navy. The digital technology I use is a generational change in the way that we build ships, making the construction of aircraft carriers more efficient. Plus, I get to work with veterans. Thanks to them, we all have our freedom and we need to work hard to keep it. I am Fatima Medina and I work for HII.
.10:46 left in the second half here at the Apprentice School Athletic Center. Builders with a commanding 20-point lead. They see themselves up by as many as 24, but a quick 7-0 run here in the past couple of minutes by the Bison led to a quick timeout by Coach Evan Key to try to stop the bleeding. Nearly turned it over again, but the Bison unable to control the loose ball on the baseline, so the Builders will inbound. They were up by 24, up by 17. I'm sorry, I said 20. They're up by 17. Again, Bison on a 7-0 run as we get a stoppage, I think. Did we get a stoppage? We had a stoppage in play by the official. So we have to adjust the shot clock here. All right, so the shot clock has been adjusted. 3 seconds on the shot clock now for the Builders. So that is enough time to actually get the basketball, 1 or 2 dribbles, and get a shot off. As Good hoists it up. He doesn't hit anything. That's going to be a shot clock violation. So turnover for the Builders. That'll only be their 11th one of the afternoon. So again, the Bison right now on a 7-0 run. Here's Florio. Sawan, who just hit a 3-point shot a second ago, misses. Bison unable to do anything off of the putback. Harrell. Builders continuing to attack the basket with Good. He doesn't convert, but he is fouled. So that foul call will go on Brandon. Nope, he said 23. That will be Enal Otto Jr. That is his 4th personal foul and the team's 5th. Now it says 4 team fouls on the scoreboard. I count 5. As Good hits the first of 2. You're right. I'm sorry, I did the tally incorrect. So the Builders have 4. Sorry, the Builders have 4. The Bison have 3 as that free throw by the Builders pushes the Builder lead back up to 19. And we're going to get a travel outside of the 3-point line. As Alex and Sefirov turns it over. Builders with an opportunity, up by 19. Builders work the perimeter. I think that was last touched by the Bison, and it was. So 19 seconds on the shot clock. Means works off of a ball screen from Good. Hawkins able to get into the paint, get the shot off, no good, but he's going to be fouled. So Alex Atsafarov, that is going to be his 2nd personal foul. The team's 3rd. As Hawkins hits the first. So Rory Lewis will come on as Otto will have a seat. Otto with 4 fouls at the moment to go along with 2 points on the afternoon as Hawkins hits them both. So 60-39, 21-point lead right back up for the Builders. Lewis harassed in the backcourt by the Builders. Avon Hawkins. Lewis, kick out to Sawan. That one goes down. So after being 0 for from the three-point line in the first half, Sawan has come out here in the second half and drained 2 buckets from 3. And that cuts the Builder lead to 18. Hawkins, his three-point shot hits the back of the iron. So he tries it again. This time he doesn't draw iron at all. Nothing but nylon from 3 for Avon Hawkins, and the Builder lead is back up to 21. 63-42, 8:28 left. Florio guarded closely by Hunter. Here's Mbogo. So Mbogo drains the 3. He now has 14 in the contest. This deep corner 3 from Hawkins, no good. And Good gets the rebound and goes back to work for 2. Good now with 10 points. Builder lead back up to 20. Florio picked up his dribble, nowhere to go with the basketball. He's going to get a 5 count. Just barely avoids it by getting it away to Lewis. That was close. That was close to being a turnover. Lewis, step back 3, misses. Sawan with the putback. Now that was only going to be for 2. So 65-47 as Harrell on the other end is fouled hard. He is helped up off the floor by Mbogo. So Mbogo is going to be credited with the foul. Wow, that's Mbogo's first personal foul. That'll be the team's 4th, and I think we are going to have another timeout. Media timeout. 7:14 remaining in the second half here at the Apprentice School Athletic Center. Builders big.
How much you earn has a lot to do with how much you learn. That's why Bayport Credit Union is again investing in your continued education. Through our Bayport Foundation, we're giving $100,000 in tuition assistance to area high school seniors, college students, and working adults attending a university, trade, or vocational school. Everyone deserves to be happy, healthy, and financially wise. Visit bayportcu.org to learn more.
I am Fatima Medina, and I work for HII, building the most powerful ships in the U.S. Navy. The digital technology I use is a generational change in the way that we build ships, making the construction of aircraft carriers more efficient. Plus, I get to work with veterans. Thanks to them, we all have our freedom, and we need to work hard to keep it. I am Fatima Medina, and I work for HII.
65-47 is the score. 7:14 remaining in the second half of action here as the Builders look to extend their home winning streak to 8. They are currently 7-0 here at the Apprentice School Athletic Center. It's exactly what you want to see from your basketball team if you're Coach Evan Key. You want to win the ones at home, of course. Builders have shot the ball, of course, better from the free throw line today than they have all season. They come in averaging about 60% from the charity stripe. Right now, they have hit every free throw attempt this afternoon. So I have officially jinxed them. Dave Davenport told me not. Nope, you know what? I take it back, Dave. They've missed 1 in the second half. They're 5 of 6 in the second half. Darn it, make it 5 of 7. I knew it. My bad, folks. My bad. as the Builders make 1 of 2. Builders now are 6 of 8 from the free throw line here in the second half. Adrian Wall, again, 17 points. Kyrie Smith with 13, Avon Hawkins with 10, and Clifton Good also with 10 off the bench. Here's Sawan.
Driver.
Brewer being guarded by Hunter. As they really work the basketball around the horn, trying to get someone open for a potential three-point shot. Shot clock now at 5 as it goes down inside as Antifirov is able to convert. 66-49, Builders by a lot, as that is going to be a foul call. It's going to be a loose ball foul. I believe that's going to be on Adrian Wall, I think. I didn't catch who they called that one on. They called it on 20. Wait a minute. They couldn't have called on, we don't have a 20. 13, okay, thanks. So that's Adrian Wall's third, the team's 5th, as that is going to be a player control foul. That's going to be whistled on Mbogo. That is his second personal foul and the team's 4th. Oh, I'm sorry, I said the team's 4th. That is the team's 5th. Feed inside to Good. Missed on this 12th point opportunity, so he'll stay at 10. Sawan. Here's Lewis for 3. Draws the back of the iron. I think it was the last touch by the Builders as it caromed out of bounds. Kovacs quickly gets Brandon Chung off the bench and into the basketball game. Builders also counter with substitutions of their own as Isaiah Jones and Donovan Means make their way back into the basketball game. Here's Brewer. Gets into the lane but can't find anyone. Gets it off to Lewis. Shot clock now at 5. Here's Lewis. Chung. Shot off the back of the rim. Rebound taken by Smith. Wall. No hesitation. Hoists and makes it for 3. And Adrian Wall now has 20 in the contest, leading all scorers. We're just under 5.5 remaining. Builders with a 19-point lead.
Why we switching, Reed? Why we switching?
Shot clock now at 10. Here's Florio. No, I'm sorry, that's Lewis. Lewis tries to create enough space between himself and Jones for a jumper, and he gets it. So 68-51, Builders lead at 17. Here's Means to the corner to Wall. Shot no good. Rebound comes off to the Bison, Lewis. But he has his pass picked off by Hawkins. And he fouled Hawkins on the sideline. They said white 0. The foul was actually on number 5, Rory Lewis. That'll be the team's 6th. He actually fouled number 0, Avon Hawkins. So for Rory Lewis, that is his first personal foul and the team's 6th. Here's Wall, pocket pick by Brewer. Brewer has this layup contested. No foul call on the other end. Here's Hawkins for 3. Avon Hawkins As to his point total, he now has 13. As the Builder lead is back up to 20, we're just over 4 minutes remaining in the contest. Here's Vina. Shot clock under 10. Left-handers. Three-point attempt, no good. Rebound taken by the Builders. Here's Hawkins. Shot clock at 20. Builders with a commanding lead that they add to after that three from Avon Hawkins, and the Builders have now pushed their lead up to 23 in the contest. 3.5 minutes left here at the Apprentice School Athletics Center. Builders well on their way to extending their home winning streak and their overall winning streak. Currently undefeated at home. As that's going to be a foul call, that's going to stop the clock. Kyrie Smith, his first personal foul, the team sixth, as we get a timeout. Media timeout, 3:18 remaining in the basketball contest. Builders up by 23. We'll be back.
How much you earn has a lot to do with how much you learn. That's why Bayport Credit Union is again investing in your continued education. Through our Bayport Foundation, we're giving $100,000 in tuition assistance to area high school seniors, college students, and working adults attending a university, trade, or vocational school. Everyone deserves to be happy, healthy, and financially wise. Visit bayportcu.org to learn more.
I am Fatima Medina, and I work for HII, building the most powerful ships in the U.S. Navy. The digital technology I use is a generational change in the way that we build ships, making the construction of aircraft carriers more efficient. Plus, I get to work with veterans. Thanks to them, we all have our freedom, and we need to work hard to keep it. I am Fatima Medina, and I work for HII.
We're coming down the home stretch here at the Apprentice School Athletic Center as the Builders with a 23-point lead over the Bison of Gallaudet University out of Washington, D.C. Once again, Gallaudet University is a school for the deaf and hard of hearing. So it's really been a joy to watch Kevin Kovacs coach his basketball team using sign language here this afternoon. Been a gallant effort by Gallaudet, but they are going to come up short with only 3:18 remaining and them being down by 23, but they are at the free throw line right now with their leading scorer, Blessed Mbogo, who misses the first. He has 14 in the contest this afternoon. Came in averaging 18.5 points. He was actually their conference, which the conference they play out of is the United East Conference. He came in as their offensive and defensive player of the week in their conference, having scored 30 points in their last contest. But the Builders have pretty much kept him in check here from scoring, as that loose ball was last touched by the Bison, so the basketball will stay on this end. Builders won a 22-point lead with just a shade over 3 minutes remaining. So after today, Builders will not be back in action until Saturday of next week. That shot by Adrian Wall is up and good, and he adds to his point total. Adrian Wall now, I believe that is his 21st point of the afternoon. So he'll finish the day, having played well. Brewer looks for Vania. Vania, his shot no good, fought for underneath, last touch by the Builders. Montrell Jackson and Clemente Riddick will make their way into the contest as Isaiah Jones will have a seat. Jones is going to finish up his day with 3 points. 2.5 minutes left. Builders with an insurmountable lead here, 76-52 over the Bison. Looks like Jacobs Ferragamo is into the basketball game for the Bison. As Chung works against Riddick. Gets it into the deep corner three for Mbogo, who misses, but Vina is there to clean it up. Jackson being guarded by Ferragamo. 15 seconds on the shot clock now for the Builders as Means works the perimeter with now under 2 minutes remaining. Here's Smith. 5 seconds on the shot clock as Riddick forces one. His shot no good, and Mbogo comes away with the defensive rebound. So here's Vania and Mbogo. Chung, baseline. Gets it over to Vania, who misses, but Chung able to collect. His shot, no good. And we're going to get a foul about 84 feet away from the basket. That foul is going to be on Vina. So that'll be his first personal foul in the team's 7th. So we'll come all the way down to the other end, and the Builders will go to the free throw line. Donovan Means will shoot the 1-and-1 with 1:14 remaining, and the Builders up by 22. Means hits the first. Samer Sawan will make his way into the basketball game. Sawan has been more successful from behind the three-point arc in this half than he was in the first half, unable to hit anything from the three-point line in the first half. He's come out and hit, I think, about 3 here in the second half. Builders now with their largest lead today, 25, 79-54. Brewer continues to work. We're now at 1 minute remaining in the contest. As the shot by, both shots by the Bison, no good. Builders back with the basketball, and Riddick. Riddick able to find Means, who's able to find Montrell Jackson underneath the basket for 2. So 81-54, Builders by 27. Clock now down under 30 seconds remaining in the contest as Sawan unable to hit for 3. Shot clock is off. Builders can just dribble out the basketball and they can just hold the basketball and dribble out the clock here with 15 seconds left. Riddick decides to take one from 3. His shot no good. Loose ball taken by Chung with 7 seconds. Here's Ferragamo to Brewer for 3, and that will more than likely, that will be the last shot of the contest, and that is how things will end here at the Apprentice School Athletic Center as the Builders continue their winning ways. They will stay undefeated here at the Apprentice School Athletic Center, and they will extend their current win streak to 6, and they'll improve their overall record to 11-3, while Coach Kevin Kovacs, his team will fall to 1-13. Gallant effort by Gallaudet University out of Washington, D.C., but they will come up short here at the Apprentice School Athletic Center. So your final score, Builders 80, Bison of Gallaudet University 54. And with that, folks, we are going to say good night, but we will be back with you soon as the Apprentice School women will be on board coming up on Tuesday here at the Apprentice School Athletic Center. So we'll be back with more action later on in the week. So again, your final score here from the Apprentice School Athletic Center, Builders 80, Bison 54. Howard McCain for Dave Davenport, we're going to say good evening, everyone. And remember, this is Builder Basketball.